53. The time of arrival is 54 minutes. You will hear the voice of pickup. Their presence, they might help it.
Quiet.
The next voice you hear will be General Finch aloft on the rescue ship. The voice quality may not be good. He's speaking over a throat mic. What's happening?
Oxygen gauge stood at 0. His body will be left here in its eternal orbit. I'm going to leave now. My feet will be the last to touch this deck. Lieutenant McMillan is in his control chair, staring out towards the stars. I'll leave at the airless...
Well, that's the show, Bill. Bill, you remember at the conference we hadn't made up our mind whether to pick anything up from the celebration last night after the news of the Mars landing? I said it was the right end for Rev McMillan's story. You said it was old stuff. Every kid knew the sequence. The ships built to rescue Rev, used to set up the satellite base, from the base to the moon and now to Mars. Well, I went out with a mini-tape last night, and I've got the end of the story. Here it is. This is Harry Anders in Times Square. The neon rocket ship at the top of the Times building has just flashed into brilliant light. The signal that the landing signal has been received from the rocket Rev McMillan III. Man has landed on Mars, and the holiday crowd here in Times Square is celebrating like 1,000 New Years rolled into one. I'm being tossed and pushed and clapped on the back all at once. Let's see what the beat thinks about man on Mars. Hey, you, sir. I'm broadcasting. Now, how do you feel about it, sir? How do you feel tonight about man's conquest of space, of the planet?
Leave me alone. I'm in a hurry.
Just a few words to the look.
Get your hands off me. Let go me. I'm not in.
Wait a minute, sir. Wait. Rev, come back here. Rev. You think I could listen to that voice over and over in a tape editing room and not know every vowel, every consonant? I'm telling you, Bill, I saw him. Rev McMillan. The black hair was gray and those Clark Abe ears were pinned back, but that's a simple operation. I played that piece of tape over and over. It was Rev, I know it. He isn't up there. He's alive. We've got it, Bill. We've got it on our show. We'll break it. Rev McMillan is alive. I haven't written it yet, but we finish it off with this, with a question. Why did they announce he was dead? I'm in the tape editing room now. I've got the reel ready to record the answer.
Excuse me, Mr. Andrews.
Hey, just a minute. I'm recording. You better see the page outside of it.
I'd like to talk to you for a moment, if I may. I have a letter of authorization.
Just a minute. I'll be through in a minute. Look, Bill, I've got the answer now. Last night, they landed on Mars. But that first ship, the one that circles up there now, there isn't anybody on it. There never was, except a 30 days recording and a transmitter. That's all. He was never up there. They didn't have the money for a manned rocket. They wanted a crash program all out, so they sent a decoy up. And we all broke our hearts to rescue the man who wasn't there. Oh, he must be laughing, General Finch and the rest of them, the one that knew. Yeah, I guess they had a problem. What to do with Rev. I wonder if he slipped away from whatever guards they have around him to see the celebration.
Solar powered.
A little sad. I think sometimes he must wish he was really up there in the cave of night, seated in the icy control room, 1,075 miles above the Earth, staring out at the stars.
Mr. Anders, I must insist...
What? Oh, Bill. It's as if I won't have to worry about editing this tape. My friends are from Washington.
I'd like to call your attention to the last paragraph.
What? Oh, no. It's very simple. You won't have to burn it. It's easy to destroy recording tape. I throw this switch. When the tape goes through the erasing head, it's gone forever. Not too bad. Would have made one fine show. Okay. So long, Rev.
You have just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation.
You're listening to Chin Radio AM 1540, the voice of multicultural Toronto, bringing you the latest updates on COVID-19. Stay informed, stay safe, and stay tuned to Chin Radio AM 1540.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Damn.
the makers of Fatima cigarettes and the entire cast and crew and technicians of Dragnet, respectfully dedicate tonight's program to the memory of Martin Yarbrough, who created and portrayed the role of Sergeant Ben Romero.
The story you are about to hear is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. Fatima Cigarettes. Best of all, king-size cigarettes brings you Dragnet. You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to robbery detail. 2 convicts escaped from a nearby state penitentiary in the early morning. According to reports, they're heading for your city. They're both armed. They're both dangerous. Your job, get them. Fatima, America's first, largest selling blended cigarette. Now king size. See the difference. Taste the difference. Smoke the difference. And in Fatima, the difference is quality. Yes, you get all the advantages of extra length, plus Fatima quality, which no other king-size cigarette has. Fatima quality that gives you extra mildness, a much different, much better flavor and aroma.
Definitely the best quality in its class, but the same price as the cigarette you're now smoking.
So compare Fatima yourself today. When you see the difference, taste the difference, smoke the difference, you'll switch to Fatima. Because in Fatima, the difference is quality. Ask your dealer for Fatima in the bright, sunny yellow pack. Fatima, best of all king-size cigarettes. Dragnet, to document the drama of an
A soggy start and a windy finish with a high of 12.
Right now in downtown Toronto, there's light rain and it's 9 degrees, feeling like 6. Similar conditions in Toronto here at 8 degrees, feeling like 5. 680 News Time, 3:32.
It's been an abnormally dry March, but that's about to change. Environment Canada has issued a special weather statement for heavy rain for most of southern Ontario. Our meteorologist Adam Stahl says it's going to be a wet morning.
But we're going to see a good soaking of rain coming our way here through the morning hours, and it's going to last until around mid-morning. We could see some puddling and ponding forming on the roadways. Likely going to be in the range of 20 to 30 with a few isolated pockets that could pick up to as much as 40 millimeters of rain. So it's going to be quite the spring.
That's a burst, but it looks like
winds
on,
will
off,
gust up to 70 kilometers per hour.
And while this is a much-needed rainfall, the heavy downpour means roads are at risk of flooding. So drivers are being advised to use caution on the morning commute. Today's rainfall could be the biggest one-day rainfall that we've had in Toronto since the end of November, maybe even since the beginning of August.
680 News Time, 3:33. The province is expected to make an announcement about possibly easing restrictions for Toronto and Peel region later today. Although restrictions have been modified to allow outdoor dining, Toronto is still in the gray zone, and more than 1,000 of yesterday's cases came from right here in the city. But Mayor Tory says officials are using caution when it comes to allowing more outdoor activities.
Well, I mean, there are discussions that are happening, but I will say that they're cautious because in the end, the numbers are not good. I mean, the numbers continue to be reason for great caution. You know, I have to rely on the advice of the medical experts and with respect to personal services, businesses, or anything else. But the discussions are ongoing, so I guess people should be encouraged by that. We don't just kind of close the book and then wait a month and decide to talk again.
Tory says he knows residents are disappointed with the slow reopening, but it's the best course of action to avoid a massive third wave and another potential lockdown. Ultimately, the decision to ease restriction falls on the province.
And some good news for seniors and high-risk healthcare workers in York Region this morning. Residents 70 and older can start booking vaccine appointments for the new drive-through clinic launching at Canada's Wonderland on Monday. York Region's Public Health Unit says the new clinic will be able to immunize 1,600 people per day once it's up and running. To sign up for an appointment, head to york.ca/COVID-19 vaccine. The booking portal will start accepting appointments at 8:30, and residents are being advised to book early as appointments are limited and walk-ins will not be accepted. For a full list of the priority groups being included, head to our website, 680news.com.
And Halton residents 70 and older can also get set to roll up their sleeves. Later today, the region...
So, the indigenous people, what was it? Indigenous people are 5 times more likely to die in a fire or smoke or carbon monoxide. On-reserve First Nations, 10 times higher. It's 500%, that's 1,000%. Inuit, it's 1,700%, 17 times more likely to die in a fire. Yeah, we're not allowed to build even when we have the money. We have to get permission to build.
380 cases being reported, and while 280 of them were from a data lag, it's still the highest case count since February. 680's Alex Bloomfield tells us variants of concern are to blame.
The 7-day rolling average positivity
for the variants of concern is 50.5%. That's Dr. Barbara Yaffe, Ontario's Associate Chief Medical Officer, confirming that VOCs are now in the majority when it comes to new COVID cases in this province, and Ontario is now changing the way it identifies them, screening all positive tests for a new mutation, which Dr. Vanessa Allen of Public Health Ontario believes should help the province provide more up-to-date variant totals.
There is no need to allocate genomic resources to that, as we can get an early signal.
Dr. Yaffe says curbing third-wave growth is still possible, making a special appeal for household-only Passover and Easter celebrations. I'm Alex Bloomfield.
You're listening to All News Radio 680 News. A man is fighting for his life in hospital after a collision in North York. Toronto Police Constable Alex Lee says the call came in around 11 last night.
The initial information was that there was a pedestrian that was struck by a driver in a vehicle. Our officers arrived on scene along with Toronto paramedics and located a collision scene in the intersection at Victoria Park Avenue and Sparks Avenue.
Paramedics confirmed to 680 News the victim is in his 30s and his injuries are deemed life-threatening. Officers say the driver remained on scene and Traffic Services Unit has taken over the investigation. The intersection of Victoria Park and Sparks Avenue is closed and the northbound TTC 24 bus is being diverted to avoid the area. Anyone with information is being asked to contact police. And a hit and run in Mississauga has sent a female cyclist to hospital. Peel paramedics say her injuries are serious. Officers say it happened just after 8 last night at Dundas Street and Glen Erin Drive. Constable Danny Martini says a white sedan was seen leaving the area.
Unfortunately, we don't have further description or information in regards to that. So, of course, we are asking that if anyone was in the area at around 8 to 10 p.m. of Dundas and Erin Glen Drive, if they did see any part of this accident, either just before or afterwards, to please contact police as soon as possible.
The eastbound lanes are closed on Dundas Street between Woodchester Drive and Glen Erin Drive for the investigation. 680 News Time at 3:38. Were you holding your breath in anticipation of the NBA trade deadline? Well, you can take a breather because it's come and gone, and the greatest rapper of all time is staying right here in the 6. 680's Mark Douglas joins us with the latest from relieved fans.
On NBA trade deadline day, thousands of Raptors fans were sending out the same 2 messages.
Don't leave, Kyle, man, and happy birthday.
And now it's a dream come true for those fans. Kyle Lowry has not been traded. Fans were hoping for the best, but ready for the worst.
I'm talking with my heart and not with my wallet.
I know that there are probably, economic decisions and other decisions that guide those sorts of things, but when you've got someone like that on the team, it's for the spirit. And of course, if he wants to stay, we would love for him to stay.
So it is a happy day for We the North.
Relatively, I would have liked to get like a first-round pick or a young guy out of it, but I think this year. Tyler Hero, to be honest.
Norm Howell, however, is gone, traded to Portland. He was part of the championship Raptors team. More details coming up in 680 Sports on the streets of Toronto. I'm Mark Douglas.
Coming up on 680 News, traffic and weather together on the ones. But first, we'll find out where gas prices went in just 30 seconds. 680 News Time at 3:39.
I'm Christina Howard, one of 4 million Canadians living with kidney disease. Chances are someone you know is living with this often silent disease. This March, I invite you to join the Kidney Foundation's 60-Day Challenge and bring kidney disease out of the shadows by sharing our connections online. The Kidney Foundation empowers so many of us through awareness, funding for life-saving medical research, and the supports patients need emotionally, financially, and socially. Get connected at 6degreechallenge.com.
Now the 680 News gas price update. As Enpro predicted, the price rose 3 cents at midnight to just under $1.23 a liter at most GTA stations. Traffic and weather together on the ones next. 680 News time, 3:40.
Spring is in the air, and it's time to upgrade to Mazda with exceptional offers on all new models. Enjoy up to a $1,000 iActive all-wheel drive credit on select new Mazdas, and get 0.5% purchase financing and make no monthly finance payments for 120 days on all new models. Plus, the Mazda 3 has been awarded the Automobile Journalists Association of Canada's best midsize car in Canada for 2021. Upgrade to Mazda today. Contact your local Mazda dealer or Mazda.ca for details.
Hi, Anthony Longo here. Hunting for Easter eggs sure works up an appetite, so make your dinner a showstopper with our AAA certified Angus beef prime rib roast. Aged for at least 21 days, perfectly marbled for full flavor, and expertly crafted so it's easy to carve. When you serve your family Canada's best beef this Easter, they won't have any room for those little chocolate eggs. Okay, maybe just 1 or 5 handfuls. For quality that meets your family standards, trust ours, Longo's.
680 News time at 3:41. Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. How are the roads looking, Javin?
Well, it's a pretty wet drive right now, and the roads may be slippery, so you want to be careful when driving in this morning. But on the major routes, no.
40 millimeters rain, 80 km/h winds. That's all you need to remember. I planted a whole shitload of grapes and some tomatoes. And I cleaned up some pine needles and shit off of the sidewalk.
And trouble never trouble you. Should it never trouble, and trouble never trouble you, never trouble you.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from my rusty outside. Said he seen this shit from day one, politicking, spilling out my conscience. Young nigga, where the head of badness, we do this shit regardless. Keys to your garden, homie, what you guarding? Picking up my checklist, switching up my weapon, afraid of rejection. So I keep 8 in the barrel of my magnum. Bullets penetrate through cars when I blast them. Hit the club party hard, VIP section. Do a show with the crowd, GSC reppin'. OT, blue flag, now everybody's cousins. Real bad boy, you get beat down in public. Police don't stop shit, black on black, they love it. Rather see us fight than make lovers out their daughter. Plant a black seed in the tree, this Carmelado.
Them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. Them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come we ready for them, come we ready for them. Make them come we ready again, come we ready again.
Hey, yo, my style is impeccable. Niggas better notice on my Mike Tyson shit. Flow so ferocious, I will eat these MCs. They're not up in my league, I'm in the better category at the highest of degrees. The shit that I seen, the shit that I dreamed, and out here stand steady, trying to fill up a team. Better be aware of your surroundings or end up in the box, lost and never found, kid. And that's life. Pay the price. Don't act like you might lose yours tonight. Don't think twice, get wet up nice. Never drive by beyond the execution style. Up close and personal, look him in his eyes. Squeeze that 9 and watch his brains go pop fly. That's 1 out and it's 2 to go. All my enemies, I think you should know.
I them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. I them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come we ready for them, come we ready for them. Make them come we ready again, come we ready again.
So practice what you preach, preach what you practice. I'm known to punch a rapper up, can't run and stand spits, time for a change. Can't leave things as is, words numbered. I don't relay no man slips, tight slip, tight like a vice grip. I might flip half nuts, kamikaze slice wrists. I'm a Mike Smith, kick down mics with a size 6. I'm a price pick, this and get punctured with an ice pick. Let it snitch suffocate with no one to resuscitate. Fuck a fake, I'm a motherfucker shoving rubbers in your mother's face. Fucking A, better change the subject. If 10 niggas rap, that's 8 raps redundant. So done that. Niggas gone soft, sipping daiquiris. Can I live? What type of bullshit are you asking me? These demons in my mind need to lay off from attacking me. Make me blast the heat. Midday catastrophe.
I them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. I them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come we ready for them, come we ready for them. Make them come we ready again, come we ready again.
So about half of every video is spent just fucking undoing what this fucking idiot does.
Yeah. GSC. CH.
Shoulda never trouble, and trouble never trouble you. Shoulda never trouble, and trouble never trouble you. Never trouble you.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from my rusty outside. Said he's seen this shit from day one. Politicking, spilling on my conscience. Young nigga, where they hit our badness. We do this shit regardless. Keys to your garden, homie, what you guarding? Picking up my checklist, switching up my weapon. Afraid of rejection, so I keep it in the barrel of my magnum. Bullets penetrate through cars when I blast them. Hit the club party hard, VIP session. Do a show, it's a crowd, GSC weapons. OT, blue flag, now everybody's cousin. Real bad boy, you get beat down in public. Police don't stop shit, black and black, they love it. Rather see us fight than make lovers out their daughter.
What is your fucking purpose?
I them trouble before.
We know you rape children, we know you harass old people. What else is your purpose? You fucking
Never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come we ready for them, come we ready for them. Make them come we ready again, come we ready again.
Hey yo, my style is impeccable. Niggas better know this on my Mike Tyson shit. Flow so ferocious, I will eat these MCs. They are not up in my league, I'm in the better category at the highest of degrees. The shit that I seen, the shit that I dreamed, we out here stand steady, try and fill up a team. Better be aware your surroundings are end up in the box, lost and never found, kid. And that's life. Pay the price. Don't act like you might lose yours tonight. Don't think twice, get wet up nice. Never drive by, beyond the execution style. Up close and personal, look him in his eyes. Squeeze that 9 and watch his brains go pop fly. That's 1 out and it's 2 to go. All my enemies, I think you should know.
I them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. I them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come we ready for them, come we ready for them. Make them come we ready again, come we ready again.
So practice what you preach what you practice. I'm known to punch a rapper up, can't run and stand spits, time for a change. Can't leave things as is, words numbered. I don't relay no man's biz, tight slip, lip tight like a vice grip. I might flip, half nuts, kamikaze slice wrist. I'm a Mike Smith, kick down mics with a size 6. I'm a price pick, this and get punctured with an ice pick. Let a snitch suffocate with no one to resuscitate. Fuck a fake, I'm a motherfucker shoving rubbers in your mother's face. Fucking A, better change the subject. If 10 niggas rap, that's 8 raps redundant. So done that, niggas gone soft, sipping daiquiris. Can I live? What type of bullshit are you asking me? These demons in my mind need to lay off from attacking me. Make me blast the heat, midday catastrophe.
I them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. I them trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come we ready for them, come we ready for them. Make them come we ready again, come we ready again.
turn this way. I'm looking at you. So that's your cue to fucking send me whatever message you send over the internet, bro. Fucking worthless piece of shit.
Money is gas, making the dash. Feel like a blast with that on my cash, taking it slow.
When you always looking up more white people than your white.
The cats on fucking with rats. Throwing it back while she busting it back. Talking that shit, better watch how you act. Doing the game and the place in the set. I know I'm real bit like the missing link. All my bitches small with a lot of things. All I really know is I'm a more bling. Money calling me, I keep on chasing. You see me on stage and I'm glowing. You don't believe where I'm going. I'm fucking with the speed I'm stroking. Son and rappers coaching. Don't fuck with my vibe when I'm smoking. Judging all these rappers by the clothing. Need a role model and a Trojan. Provoking while I'm promoting emotion. Demons in my head, keep erasing them. Smoke the pain away, I can't erase it down. If you roll it up, you better lace it down. Oh yeah, uppers and them downers and I chase it down. Pussy chasing me, I do not chase it down. Catch me online, got the playlist for the ride. I got the spaceship, I stay live up the police and the racists. Ride for my homies and I'll never turn, baby. Cremated when I die in the diamond urn, baby. I love some thick thighs, yeah, I never learned, baby. The devil in disguise, but my friends call me Hades. Living up like I'm lucid, in the woods with these druids. Chilling with the humans, getting stupid off these fluids. Rooted in the music, the money is elusive. You say you taking shots, my homies really shooting. Rather different. Yeah, I hope you hear the difference. This is not a coincidence, legitimate imprisonment. Your lyrics sounding belligerent, I'm feeling that deliveries. I'm tired of being considerate. Your music is sounding like some gibberish. Everyone's hearing me killing this. I'm the rapper and the instrument. I don't know what you talk about. All my homies is innocent. The leader of the syndicate. Music is my stimulant. All my rhymes are written intricate, and I'm feeling this. Listen closely when I'm spitting this. Labels should consider this.
So these shelves are just wire racks and he's facing the other way.
I am a peacock. You gotta
just
let me fly.
enveloped in
My
weed
crumbs are
smoke.
heinous. Yo, I killed the beat like I'm a racist. I do it while I'm faded. I'm shameless and I don't need payment. I'm feeling like the greatest. It's time to show my faces. Fear and loathing Las Vegas. Never will.
Batman, 22 shooting in the back.
I'm raw, ambitious. He's not an issue if the battle's full effect and the status members will get you. I'm back in action, slapping these raps who wanna act. As a matter of fact, it's slashing for slacking up on the set. Send them sentimental words like I'm a sensible cat. Sing a song, a slice of bonus, it's a piece of my set. Set the traps cause I'm a savage, you the salmon I catch. 100 dead MCs in the thread of my net. The smell of death in my direction is starting to affect them. The fact of the matter is I'm a master, it's automatic. The audiomatic addict is at it cause I just had it with those who say the damage and don't condone the domes and don't control and manage the flows to cause a panic. So step back, give your head a shake and don't come back. I snap heads back till they cook up from right hooks and right hooks of demons. Oh, I need you to leave shook.
Ever see a person scalped in the daylight? Imagine how we act in the middle of the night. A bunch of savages running through your city like a pack of rabid dogs. I'ma unleash the pitties, pissing on your property, marking our territory. After it gets dark is when it starts to get gory. Murdering MC's dreams on the beat, cause getting murdered on the microphone is worse to me. Spitting a high caliber, writings above average. My lyrics are like algebra, getting that mathematics. Putting the automatic pistol whip, I'm strong static. I ain't never taking a break at all, cause I ain't asthmatic. Always rolling up a pile of grass. You can ask Patrick, hope you got a doobie with some hash in your past. Take a couple of dabs and I'm passionate, smashing it. Best ass no Jackson, the last visit.
Check this recital, yes, I'm vital, never idle. We don't acquiesce and carry stress or harbor rivalry. Been grinding full strength to let it hear a burner be. My destiny conspires and continues to inspire me. My eyes and my mind remain open. It's like a black hole to the soul, and no, I'm not joking. It's real. I maintain and incorporate how I feel, where I'm from, why I'm ill. Castle Mountain, Castle Hill, and that whole area. It was the killer, man, my bro was on a barrier. It's getting scarier. I mean, it's scarier. It was on the barrier. Build it up, 47 feet up in the area. Hurry, cause I'm coming through, and my DJ damager. Group game about to fuck you up with spoken word. It's dum-dums taking over over in the Commonwealth, and we are gonna rise up and be the conquerors.
306 in the 604, had to hit the YBR for that sushi raw. Ooh, let me tell them just who we are. Nowadays we got made to be movie stars. Doobie lit, bumping funk doobie is the heaty treat. Spilling on my coochie fit, true MC. I don't care how cool you is. If you grip that mic, you better do that shit. Got the licks like, damn, who that kid? That's when I take time to tell them who I is. Listen, DR, don't not for me, y'all. How it
Batman, 22 shoot in the back. Thank you. And YG Batman 219. Young Lee niggas like that shit. Maybe come out. Portland Diamond. Thank you.
YG back from the tracks and the crack shit, slaps on the stack. Niggas don't love you, that's a fact. It's the Mac, no cheese. God bless me, no skis. Niggas see me and breeze. Shorty, no shit, tease. Got the strap to the slap, they moving like a stack. Never lack, just rack. Put them in a box, no jack. Roll one deep, never need a pack. Hey, niggas know me from north to the south. Never need no one, make my own club. Southside, reach apart, nigga, that's my road. Niggas selling drugs, man, I'm in a drought. They all know what I'm about. Stuck in red, talk shit, catch sled to the head.
Mi'kmaq fishers are falsely blamed for threatening fisheries conservation.
It's on now, we can make a murder from life.
That's the wrong caller. Expecting that.
It's on now, we can make a murder from life. All you fakes perpetrating, living lies in your
I wasn't expecting that.
double up.
Yeah.
When we come around here and I'll make you feel right at home. From the couch to the floor, we'll be in the zone. Let's get it on till the dawn arises. Kissing in the midst of the prey horizon. Honeymoon chemistry is what I'm feeling from you. A perfect love story with a rough draft prelude. I wanna make it right and follow right through. Honey, breakfast in bed is something I can do for you. Mangoes from the tip of my tongue, and I can get it home. So baby, give me some, and I can give you some, and we can go from there. Even any day, but you see what I mean. Let's go full circle if you want some trails.
So I've been soaking that into my skin. That's all.
Sit on the beach, quiet times in the city can never be beat. So baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do a
They
thing.
keep dozens of plastic bottles
So do your
under the
thing, and I
bushes.
can do my thing.
I
No,
don't
we
know how
can
many
do a
masks.
thing. It's showtime, your time to shine.
Oh,
Escalating in a pace, I don't have to be blind. I get it, got it good. You're doing what you shouldn't. Let me tell you that you were misunderstood. I'm doing my thing, and you're doing yours. Making life happen and dreaming of a goals. You're dreaming of me, and I'm dreaming world tours. And I think it's very sexy when you show me your full force. Dressing, caressing, get the best of me. I can be your best friend if you let me see what you believe. Honestly, the perfect life could be. Then, honey, I'll support you when the front row seats. And baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do a thing. Baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do a thing. No, we can do a thing.
Like, seriously, this is how this guy spends his days and nights, just watching and watching and watching.
Tell them that the squad's here. Give up on the plan, fam. Every year is our year. Top tier, toe tagging, coat banging, boat banging, park running yard after somersault of Volkswagen. No bragging, I'm the hottest hopper on the table still. Stocks 80 mil and never drops like a cable bill. Play the filling gas while I jump a trillion hurdles so we can't share tracks cause we run in different circles. Journals full of classics, livers full of greatness. Got so many bitches, I'm
Gunshot lick off that
50 drum beating like so 50. Out in Trinidad where my boy smoke a coca. Your homie got hit, he was riding like the chauffeur. Planet of the apes, I was blood clot coca. Broke pop, come with a strap, swing off the shoulder. In the coffin, shutting the letters, giving you closure. You ever get close, something coming out the holster. People ride the train, they're gonna see you on a poster. We poster, but you never talking when we approach. Get the black go online and now you're doing the most. Kill him in my yard, nigga, like I could host. Didn't notice they pulled guns when you thought you could roast. Use a dose. Know you love niggas need some milligrams. Sitting with a milli, he be posting it on Instagram. Dust ass lummy selling quarters after kilogram. Chrome polish so good, swear I used to pillow pack, baby. Fried chicken, oxtail gravy. Shaking up the ground like an earthquake in Haiti. Top Toronto rappers like how you niggas don't see me. You got it. Played yourself trying to play me. They said I wasn't sick, but I'm sick though. I give you gangster rap, hard calypso. We never stop eating like it's a pit bull. And young boy can't stop squeezing, they got his we with the hammers. Shreddy in the kitchen, chicken like Louisiana. Killer like Diana. I go to sleep with a rifle in my pajamas. I was childish, but my Gambino no Atlanta.
gunshot for your head top. For ground level to you.
Man, them niggas that we beefing is so lame. My heart's some clips, my gun black and I spit like Kobe. 4 white boys who let it sing like Coldplay. I sat back and had a flashback on my old days. Like blacker, 30 shots up in the fucking chopper. He got shot but shot back and couldn't see the doctor. Nigga bled out, cause nigga how it's better. Remembering the day my brother got it, couldn't get up. So I went and got a Mac 11, send me just a weather. And 2 bad light-skinned bitches for the setup. My city getting crazy, and nigga. Moms losing their babies, I know the pain to have to carry my nigga. To a place to get to bury my nigga. Fuck, but since then, we gotta go for head to bury the trigger. It's what I keep a gun for. Cause in these streets, it's a blood sport. Not to mention links from the gun store. You shouldn't have died in here. They're catching bodies here. As soon as niggas slap that metal on that bottom here. I need no one. I'm blasted by myself. And I'll keep beating metal to the plastic on the nose. Shoot shots to the pin break. Niggas been fake. And my pocket is that big chain. Shotgun test, and off his body. But I'm a top gamer. You know me, I'm taking head off his body. Full shirt looking like ketchup.
Or, so a guy named Joe brought you, huh? You come up here from Joe's place? What's that? Oh, you don't even know where Joe lives, huh? Me? No, I don't know either. I never seen Joe before in my life. How you feeling now, kid, huh? Sure, have a little more. It's good for what ails you. Ah, that's nothing. You're all right. Sure, I know. Let's get out of here. I know a better place. Come on, I'll help you. No, that's not a window. It's bricked up. They put a building up right behind this one. That's right. It comes right out of the walls. Singing walls. Yeah. We got hot and cold running water here and singing walls. Heaven up. Sure, bottoms up. That's the idea. Make yourself right at home. Hey, lie down. Lie down and take a little snooze. Sure, I'll be right back.
I found the seat out of the back of a minivan. It was very impractical to drag it back here.
Have a little trouble in here while I was gone?
Good.
What's blood? Sure, blood. All over your shirt. Oh, him? Oh, he's all right. Just put him in the closet. Lock the door. Like that, see? Now you put the key right in your pocket so you'll know just where to find it. Don't worry, he'll be all right. No, I'm not going any place. I'll be back in just a minute. Here, have another. Have another. I'll be back in just a minute.
No, let me out. Let me out of here.
Tommy!
Let me out of here. No.
Tommy! Tommy, wake up!
What? What is it?
I've been knocking at your door the longest time. You were having a dream or something.
Yeah, what time is it?
It was way afternoon. You came in pretty late.
Did I? Toss me my bathrobe, will you, sis?
Don't you know what time you got in?
Not exactly.
Oh, Tommy. I know it's tough not having a job all these months, and I know you've tried. But this isn't doing any good.
I know, sis, but last night was the first time in a month, and anyway, it was different. I had a few drinks, but it was different. Something happened.
What do you mean something happened?
Well, it wasn't just the drinks. They were doped or something.
Oh, Tom.
No, look, sis, it's not just an alibi. I don't remember where I was or anything, only that just now I seem to be dreaming about it.
About what?
About last night. I could hear you banging on the door all the time I was dreaming. And then it seemed as though I wasn't dreaming at all, that I was remembering a lot of things.
What sort of thing?
Well, it was all mixed up. There was a guy with a kind of a frog voice that kept giving me drinks. Then I was sort of floating. Then there was a place that music came out of the walls. There was something about blood on my shirt. The key to a closet.
Wait, Tommy, you're shaking like a leaf.
Yeah. It was a pretty scary dream. If it was a dream.
What you need is some good hot coffee. Now hurry up and get dressed and come on downstairs. Here, I'll get you out a clean shirt.
Yeah, I better wear the old one. I've only worn it once.
But it's all messy.
It does look kind of... Mildred.
What?
My shirt, give it to me.
Now what's the matter?
Look, Mildred, that's blood.
Well, I guess it is.
I know it is, just like it was in the dream.
Tommy, don't be so silly. You must have hurt yourself somewhere.
But I didn't. Look, there isn't a scratch on me.
Well, then you got in a fight.
Maybe.
What else could it have been?
Well, that's what I'm trying to think.
Well, start thinking and hurry up and get dressed. My goodness, look at the way you threw your clothes around last night. Trousers on the floor. Here. Dear, everything's falling out of the pockets. I'll pick it up. You get dressed.
Thanks.
You didn't come home with much, did you?
Well, I didn't have much to start with.
Well, I'll put it all up here on the bureau. 25 cents in change and your keys. Now, hurry.
What'd you say?
I said hurry.
No. Before that, what'd you say?
I said I'd put your change and your keys up in the bureau.
Keys?
Yes.
Mildred, I only have one key.
Well, there are two there now.
I know. Let me see them.
Here. One's the key to the front door.
Yeah, but the other one.
Doesn't belong to any door in this house.
It's the key to the closet.
What closet?
Last night it wasn't a dream.
Tommy, what are you talking about?
Mildred, you better call Denny right away.
But he's on duty.
I know, but get him over here right away.
Tommy, what is it?
Last night, I think I killed a man.
Let me look at your eyes.
Listen, Denny,
You were doped, all right.
Well, I didn't know what it was.
Never mind that now. How much do you remember?
Look, Denny, I hated to bring you in on this night. I didn't know who else to go to.
Skip it. What's the use of having a brother-in-law who's a cop if he can't help you once in a while? How much do you remember?
Well, just what I've told you. Just like it was in a dream, only it wasn't a dream. You see, there was this guy, Joe, just some guy I'd known from someplace, I don't know where. See, I met him on the street, and he took me to the party. And then the guy with the frog voice began giving me drinks. And then everything got confused. And I was in another place with the singing walls and some harmonica playing or something. I don't even know whether it was in the same apartment even, but that's where the closet was.
What about the guy the dead guy?
Well, at first he wasn't there, and then he was. He was sort of slumped over in a big armchair.
Then Frog Boys put him in the closet.
That's what I remember. And then he left. And then I suddenly seemed to realize that the guy in the closet was dead, and that's why I got out of there. I don't know how.
You don't have any idea where it was?
No, I don't even know where the party was.
You'd never seen any of these people before?
Except this guy, Joe, who took me to the party. And that's all I know about him, Denny. Just a guy named Joe that I knew by sight from someplace. I don't know where or his last name or anything.
Not much to go on, is there, kid?
No, not much.
A guy named Joe, singing walls, in a closet. Another guy with a froggy voice.
But I'd recognize him or his voice if I ever saw him again.
Tommy, he's in a jam. The way it looks right now, there's a dead man in a closet somewhere in this town. And you killed him.
Oh, but Denny,
Maybe you didn't. If we find him before somebody else does, maybe we can figure out what did happen. But the way it stands now, you're it.
I know.
You haven't got much time, either. The place is an apartment. They probably would have found the body already and I'd know about it. It's a hotel. They check the guests out by 6 o'clock. That gives us about 4 hours.
4 hours. For the murderer to find the guy he murdered. It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Tommy, you know how I feel about Mildred. You know I don't exactly hate you either. You know I'll do everything in the world I possibly can to clear you.
Sure, Denny, I know.
I'm a cop, Tommy. If you did it, you know I'm going to turn you in, don't you?
Sure. I know that, too.
Okay, kid. Now, let's start from the beginning. What about this Joe?
I don't know anything about him.
You know his name, you know his face. Think, Tommy, think.
I'm trying to. If I could only remember. If I could only remember.
So a guy named Joe brought you, huh? You come up here from Joe's place? What's that? Oh, you don't even know where Joe lives, huh? Me? No, I don't know either. I never seen Joe before in my life.
You still don't get it, Tommy?
No, I don't.
You told me where Joe is.
I have?
Sure, you see the sign over that saloon?
Yeah, Joe's place. But how do you know that?
Tommy, we were playing with bad boys last night. And this is where bad boys hang out, among other places. He's got a name. It's run by a guy named Joe. He minds his own business, as far as we know, but his customers don't.
So?
It all clicked when I remembered you said the guy with the frog voice asked you if you came up there from Joe's place. He didn't mean where Joe lived or anything. He meant this place. We thought maybe you were one of the boys.
Yeah, but how did I ever meet this Joe? I've never been here in my life.
Runs another joint, a respectable saloon, a sort of cover, about 3 blocks from our house, the town tavern.
Hey, that's right.
Remember? Now, Joe may or may not be in on this. Frog Voice made a big play to you that he didn't know Joe. Never seen him before in his life. His customers always cover him. It's better for them that way. If my hunch is right, Joe is going to be plenty surprised when he sees you walk in there.
Me? Walk in there?
Ah, don't worry. Just walk in and sit down at the bar. If you're not out in a couple of minutes, I'll know you recognize the guy and we're on the right track. I'll come in as though I didn't see him, go into the phone booth.
And then what?
Then we'll see. Okay, kid?
Okay.
Oh, one thing.
Huh?
If he offers you a drink on the house, take it.
Sure.
Oh, here goes.
What'll it be, Mac?
Here.
Well, you got some...
It doesn't matter.
Suit yourself.
Well, what do you know? Tommy.
Hiya, Joe.
Hey, what are you doing down in this part of town, kid?
Oh, I had to come down to see a guy. I didn't know you had this place.
Oh, just a little sideline? It's where I first started, you know.
Sure, I know.
One beer, that'll be 10 cents.
Hey, no, none of that. You gotta have one on me, kid. A real drink. What do you have?
Well,
Scotch?
Okay.
Scotch for the gentleman, Larry. The very best. You understand?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'll take rye. Hey, Tommy. There was some party last night, huh?
What? Yeah.
Hey, where'd you disappear to? I was looking all over for you.
You know, That's a funny thing. I don't even remember.
I get it. Well, a guy has to cut loose once in a while, huh?
Yeah, one scotch the very best, and one rye.
Well, here's to you.
Wait a minute. Hey, who are you? This is my brother-in-law. Denny, this is Joe.
Say, you must have got those drinks mixed up. You never drink scotch, Tommy. You only drink rye.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you take the rye and give Joe the scotch, and I'll take your beer.
I don't like scotch. I never touch it.
Okay, I'll take it. Thanks. By the way, Joe, you haven't got a little bottle I could pour this into, have you?
Say, who do you think you're kidding, bud?
I'm from headquarters. There's my badge.
Oh, now, wait a minute. I didn't know that you...
I suppose you don't know what I'd find in this drink if I took it down to be analyzed either.
Hey, now, look, I don't want any trouble. I never had any. They can tell you down at headquarters. Of course, it's a matter of dough.
You can't buy your way out of this one, chum. I want talk, and I want it quick.
What kind of talk?
Where'd you take Tommy last night?
It was just a little party, a private party.
Yeah, and they slip things in people's drinks there, too.
No, I don't know anything about that. Now, honestly, I hardly know the people.
Who's the guy with the frog voice?
Voice? I don't know any guy with a frog voice. Now, look, I told you I don't want any trouble. They can tell you that down at headquarters.
Listen, there's a narcotics rap in this for somebody, and it could be you. Where was the party?
Courtney Square West, number 75. Some people named Sorrell.
Come on, Tommy. You're coming too, Joe, just in case. Sorrell, H.J. This look like the place, Tommy?
Looks like it. Could be. Everything has been so confused since last night.
Well, this is it.
It better be. Mrs. Sorrell?
Yes?
I'm from police headquarters.
Oh? Yeah. A lot of old odds and ends.
Open it.
Well, oh,
All right, unlock it.
I'm not sure where the key is.
And lady, you better find it.
Well, try. Be right back.
Is this it, Tommy?
Well, there was a closet like that. And a window just over there where that one is. And the armchair and the bed.
Don't you remember?
I can't, Denny.
Let me have that key.
Wait a minute, here she comes.
I think this is it.
Try it.
Sort of sticks sometimes.
I'll help you.
Come. See? Just a lot of old junk.
Uh-huh.
Oh, come on, Denny.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Come on.
Well, I guess that's all, Mr. Sorrell. Thanks for showing us around.
That's all right.
Hello, Joe. Still here, huh?
You don't mind if I stay here and visit a while, do you?
No, I guess not.
Well, bye.
Bye. Thanks again.
Well, goodbye and good luck, Albert.
I'm sorry, Denny.
That was a try.
Well, what do we do now?
I don't know, Tommy. I don't know. Think, Tommy. Think. You found Joe? Now, what about those singing walls?
That's right. It comes right out of the walls. We got hot and cold running water here. And singing walls.
Denny.
Yeah?
Listen.
What?
That's it. The singing walls. The music I heard last night. You sure? Sure. I remember the piece, the harmonica and everything.
It's coming from right around here someplace.
Denny, it's coming from their apartment, the one we just left, Sorrell's.
Well, come on. This must be the place, Tommy. The closet, now the music. You must have been pulling a fast one on us.
Well?
All right, quit stalling. Come on, Tommy.
Stalling?
You heard me. You two brushed us off pretty slick, didn't you?
Hey, now listen, I told you I don't know anything about this, but if you...
Where's the music coming from?
Well, from the radio.
The radio?
Yes, I turned it on in the kitchen just now when I started to fix dinner. It's a little portable. Here, see?
Okay.
I don't get it. What do you mean by that?
Skip it. Well, Tommy, here we go again.
I don't care. That was the music I heard. And that's the same number, and it sounds like the same band.
Hey, wait a minute.
Now what?
Where's your phone?
On the desk.
Tommy, look and see what station that's coming over.
All right. WBTA, the local station.
Thanks. Hello? Operator? Get me station WBTA. A radio station. I don't know what the number is. Just get it. This is a police call. Thanks. May be wrong, Tommy, but I got a hunch. Hello? WBTA? What's that band you've got on now? I don't care if it's an electrical transcription or a Mickey Mouse cartoon. What's the guy's name? What? Turn off that radio. Now, what was that guy's name? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, where can we get a hold of this guy? Where does he hang out? I see. 5 nights a week, huh? That include tonight? Thanks. Small-time band leader, Tom. Harmonica Howlin' is Harmoniers, he calls himself, and he plays at a place called the Silver Slipper out in the concourse. Come on.
Coming.
Better get on that phone, Joe.
You dumb, you would have to turn on that radio.
There's the Silver Slipper right over there.
Okay, let us out here.
Right.
Here you are.
Thank you, sir.
Look familiar to you around here, Tommy?
No. Oh, I'm afraid it's a bum steer, Denny.
Look, kid, here's the way I figure this music deal. You may have heard a recording of this band the way you did a little while ago, but there's a good chance you actually heard the guy himself. You know what time it was when you heard it?
Well, it was just night. That's all I know.
All right. They don't make recordings often of unknown bands. And this Silver Slipper isn't on the air. So maybe you're out here someplace and heard the band itself.
Maybe.
I know it's kind of a long shot, kid, but right now it's the best we got. Let's case the joint. Okay. Don't look like there are any rooms with closets in the Silver Slipper.
Say, what about that crummy-looking hotel next to it?
Yeah, I was just thinking. If you were in a room in the closet and all that, and you really did hear this band, that hotel's the only place you could have been.
I wish I could remember something.
The shape you were in, you probably signed your own name, too. Come on. By the way, what time you got?
10 to 6.
10 to 6. Deadline's pretty close, kid.
Yeah.
This better be right. What have you done?
I could only remember.
Now, there's a clerk. We'll see. Say, you got a guy named Tom Cochran here?
Tom Cochran? I don't know.
It's all right. We're friends of his.
Let's see. When did he register?
Last night?
Sure, here it is. Tom Cochran and Ben Doyle, room 209. I don't think they're in, though.
No?
No. I've been ringing to see if they were going to check out by 6. I was just going to send somebody up.
Well, they were out at a big party last night. Probably haven't pulled themselves together yet. As a matter of fact, that's why we came to see them.
Should I ring again?
No, we'll sort of surprise them.
Okay, right up those stairs. But they got to be out by 6, so pay for another night.
We'll take care of that. Let's go, Tom.
Denny, did you see that handwriting on the register?
Yeah.
That was mine, all right.
This is it, Tommy. One way or another.
Yeah.
Here's 209. Don't put your hand on the doorknob. For fingerprints. Use your handkerchief. Lock. I got some keys. It's an easy lock. Here we go, kid.
Denny, this is it.
Close that door.
Yeah. There's the closet.
Give me the key. Here, you better hold my gun on that door just in case.
All right. Denny, look out.
He was just falling. He's dead.
Oh. Gee, this is all.
You remember now?
Yeah. I can't put it together.
Let's have a look.
Oh.
Stabbed. Here's his driver's license. Benjamin Doyle. Give me it. Hello? Oh, yeah, we found him, all right. No, they're going to keep the room for another night. No. There's not a thing we want. We're in for it now, kid.
Denny, look on the floor over there.
Last night, covered with blood. That's what did it, all right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I know. It's mine.
Tommy, why didn't you tell me?
Honest, Denny, I didn't even know I'd lost it until I just saw it there now.
Fingerprints all over it. It's clear as though they've been made in sealing wax. Right-handed, aren't you, Tommy?
Yeah, right-handed.
Let me see your right hand. Doesn't take an expert to read these. Those prints are yours, all right, kid.
Yeah, I guess they are.
And you still don't remember?
Honest, Denny, I don't.
Can you think of any other explanation?
No, there's the guy with the frog voice, but I must have just dreamed them up. I don't know.
Well, kid, I guess this is it.
You did all you could, Denny. Don't feel bad.
We can plead insanity or something. Maybe we can prove you were doped.
Maybe. You better call headquarters, Denny. Let's get it over.
All right.
So where are you going?
I'm not going to phone from here. The clerk will listen in. So he was getting all the rules on us before we have to.
Aren't you afraid that I'll...
No.
Well, I won't.
I'll just have him send a detective car. We won't have to go in the wagon.
Thanks.
Better let me have my gun.
Sure.
I'll be back. Lie down for a couple of minutes. You look kind of sick. I am.
That's the idea. Take a little snooze. I won't be gone long. Get a little sleep. Do you good. I'll be right back. Have a little trouble in here? Blood. Sure, blood. All over your shirt. Oh, he's all right. Put him in the closet. Lock that door. Key right in your pocket. I'm not going anyplace. Back in just a minute. Sure, I'll be right back. Be right back. Here he is.
You?
Yeah, me.
Hey, what are you gonna do with him, Froggy?
Get him in the other room until his copper friend misses him and starts looking.
Now listen, I don't want to be in anything like this.
Shut up. You're in it up to your neck. Come on, you. Get up. Okay. Get going. Up the hall here. Open the other door, Joe.
Sure.
Get in there.
Good. There was people who knew he was getting ready to give it to Doyle. And...
Sure. That's why I framed this guy. All the trouble I went to, doped him and brought Doyle in there when he was out. Planted the key. We frame him again.
Music?
You like music, don't you? You're pretty sweet about music, ain't you? Well, for your information, that's harmonica hell rehearsing for tonight. And in this room, it comes through the window. On account of there is a window. But in the other room, it comes through the walls. On account of there ain't no window. Catch on?
Better close the window, Joe.